remember to click like, subscribe, the bell notification, and whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us.
My Godzilla, what in tarnation did they do to your face? What were they thinking with the... Oh. Good evening. Welcome back to another installment of Monsterpiece Theatre. I am your host, the Kaiju no Kami from the Toku and Animation News Network. And today, we're going to take a look at issue 2. If you caught my last episode, Gatsby lost the love of his life during Godzilla's rampage. He ended up working with Thomas Edison, Sherlock Holmes, the Time Machinist, and Jules Verne to create a weapon of sorts that will free the world from his tyranny. The most interesting aspect of the comic, besides featuring famous characters, was also the art style that was heavily influenced by Jack Kirby. It gave the comic a classic feel to it. Will Gatsby stop Godzilla? Will he find his girl? Who else from literature might show up? Watch to find out. The characters and plot. Apparently, Daisy was not lost. She shows up with her husband to join Gatsby in his adventure to stop Godzilla. And you have lost me. Godzilla chases after them in their yellow submarine. From there, they follow Godzilla around the world to battle him thanks to a book the Time Machinist brought with him. Furthermore, they team up with Dracula, who seems to think he can tame the beast on top of having some alternative motivations as to why he joins up with Gatsby and gang. This issue continued to be interesting, but the reveal that Daisy wasn't missing came out of left field and really put a damper on the adventure. I was not a fan of how much time was spent having Gatsby flirt with her, as there were a couple of narrative issues that could have been straightened out in place of those, one of which revolves around a character being dead out of the blue. Still, it had some fun moments in it, and Dracula was pretty cool. The monsters. Huh. Should I count Dracula in here, as he is technically a monster? I mean, Godzilla is cool and all, but he doesn't do much of anything different from the norm. On the other hand, Dracula shows up wanting to take control of Godzilla for himself, given he is able to manipulate other beasts and sees nothing different with Godzilla. Additionally, he sets his fangs on Daisy. We don't get to see him in any sort of monster form, but he does have teeth to give dentists nightmares. The artwork. The art is certainly interesting. It continues the trend of being drawn as an old school comic with faded looking pigments on top of discolored pages. There is a pretty cool sequence of Gatsby's men setting a river in Paris ablaze, with an excellent panel of Godzilla standing in front of a dark blue sky with illuminating flames before him. I just love how all the colors mesh together to make it a truly remarkable piece of art. Godzilla getting a shock out of the Eiffel Tower was an experience to be held. I'm a bit unsure as to how I feel about the facial expressions used when he was being twirled around by l'Arc de Triomphe. The reds and blacks used for Dracula also blend together masterfully. I had fun with this issue, and I look forward to what the finale has to bring. Until next time. Bye.